It was once a renowned beach with a name similar to another found in Florida in the United States of America. However, this beach could be in its last days if nature continues to reclaim its boundaries. Miami Beach, as it is known, is found at Port Bell in Luzira, all submerged with no possibility of the situation normalizing soon. A few minutes' walk is where we find Miami Villas, also submerged in water caused by the continuous rise of Lake Victoria. It is Monday and a market day here at Gaba Zone, Makindye Division. It also houses Gaba Beach in Kampala. All traders and vendors are doing businesses, dealing in a variety of merchandise. But something gives them sleepless nights: the increased water levels of Lake Victoria. Jen Nakaungu has lived and operated from here since 1996.
Omujjuzo tetumanyi bulungi kwe guva kuba enkuba egenda n'etonnya. Ate bw'etonnya kati nga kati bwe gali amangi nga geesenda nga gagenda. Ate bwe gamaliriza mwamusana bwe gwaka nga gakomawo.
As market vendors listen to the local news from the community radio speakers, the worry of increased water levels is recurrent.
Naye ku luno baatugamba nti baasiba ddaamu ezimu ezitambuza amazzi eyo ku Kiyira. Kati ne tulowooza nti oba omujjuzo kwe guva naye nga tetumanyi bulungi lwaki gutulumba nnyo.
Either oba kiva ku migga oba kiva ku nkubanga nyingi, ekiseera ne kituuka ate amazzi ne gagenda gokka. Naye guno omujjuzo gutera okuyisayo emyaka egiwera ne 10 aye ne gujjira gw'amaanyi bwe guti.
The talk is not a wasted one, as the surrounding tells it all. A boat ride around the shores of Lake Victoria shows residential and commercial structures submerged. These structures belong to prominent business people and religious leaders. But how did this get here?
Lake Victoria is a basin. It collects all the water from all the surrounding higher areas. Now when you see the lake here, now when we have rain the other side, this side, the water collects and collects and collects.
A few kilometers away, we find Butabika, popularly known for housing Uganda's mental hospital. It is, however, becoming known for something else: encroachment on the lake shores, which has come with disastrous effects. Unfortunately, residents don't want to listen to the truth, even when they are told. These were some of the concerns found by State Minister for Environment as she embarked on a fact-finding mission.
All these are illegal structures. They are in the water, in our lake shores, and they were not sanctioned by NEMA. But people don't listen. I think Ugandans, this is the moment of truth. The Uganda say, what you wanted an axe to cut, now the storm has done the work.
Residents of some places were calm and welcoming, but some were not.
Why do you hit us from opening from entering? What interest do you have?
Here at Gaba Beach, which is also submerged in water, it is a situation not welcoming, yet management attempted to block the minister from accessing. A similar situation has been and is being experienced on the rest of the shores, including here at Katogo Zone in Gaba. It is on that basis that environmental conservationists and experts want residents to vacate the lake shores to avoid catastrophe.
Yes, we are just telling them one thing: let them leave the shorelines alone. The lake will take care of itself. If they stay there, they are going to lose, and nobody is going to compensate them for the loss.
Because if people don't evacuate right now, these buildings are going to collapse. Water will just have to get its way. And then as a government, we are again put to task. Leave alone right now, even the diseases which could be already coming in, is a problem.
The inspection by State Minister for Environment was meant to find a lasting solution to the looming catastrophe. People who have lived around the shores of this lake say it is not the first time this is happening. But what causes water levels to rise? Also, could electricity power generating dams be responsible for the water levels?
Nature is reclaiming its own. People invaded nature. Time has come for nature to invade their space. All we can do as operators that are using this resource as water is to try to use the scientific projections and all that has been granted to us in terms of licensing. But the truth of the matter is global warming is here, climate change is here, and the best we can do is try to work within the dictates of this phenomena.
But as there has been destruction of the ecosystem, there is encroachment on natural resources and more so, lake shores, which give a good site for owners of these submerging structures. What do residents view as a possible solution?
We try to our best to see whether we can struggle to get that water down, but it cannot. It's just only God's plan. No way, even you bring water, even you water, there's no way.
It is projected that rains are expected to increase in the second half of April to May 2020, an indication that the water levels may increase.
Others are environmental degradation of wetlands and forests that control the water levels. The Minister for Water and Environment has given settlers a week to vacate the said wetlands.
Of the above, I've been directed by His Excellency the President of Uganda to remove all encroachers on the wetlands, shorelines, riverbanks, and the government forests with immediate effect. I have further been directed to work with local government to ensure that parish and the sub-county chiefs who never took action against the encroachers are dismissed. I wish therefore to call upon those people who are within the protection zone of wetlands, lakes, rivers, and the forest reserves to vacate with immediate effect.
The minister says those with titles in wetlands and shores of lakes and riverbanks are holding them illegally and will be evicted without compensation.
You know, there are people who have got land titles on wetlands. It doesn't mean that because some official in the government made the mistake, so it is right. If some people made mistakes in issuing land titles in wetlands or lake shores, it does not mean that is correct. So what I'm saying is that those people will not be compensated.
The ministry is, however, not sure of how many people will be affected countrywide.
God has decided to speak, and to speak in a very dangerous way, a way which can take life if we don't act. So I think the most important thing now is for the people who have settled in all these areas which the minister categorically listed to voluntarily leave. Otherwise, they will be committing suicide.
With the water where we have reached, we are advising all those who are affected and all those who are within the protected zones to leave. Give room for the water to move. Because at the rate at which it is moving, we might not be in control of its speed. But what we have already predicted is that around Lake Kyoga, around Lake Victoria, within the small islands, people have to move.
This follows a directive from President Yoweri Museveni in regard to the rising of Lake Victoria water levels. From October last year, Lake Victoria levels have risen from 12.00 cubic meters to the current 13.32 cubic meters. As a result, some homes, beaches and hotels around Lake Victoria have been submerged due to the rise in water levels. According to the minister, the water levels are expected to rise beyond 13.32 cubic meters, and those in protected areas are at high risk.